Hey, what's up there, Jeffrey Grubb? How are you, sir?
I'm pretty good. I'm interested in video games. I don't know if you know this about me, but I would like to see a new one if that's possible.
That's the best part of Quick Looks. Brand new video games and quick looks at them. My name's Jeff Bakalar. We're checking out Somerville, which is a game that debuted, I want to say, earlier this year and got me real excited.
Yeah, it sounds like a beachy resort kind of thing. Maybe like a Wii Sports Resort. Is that what we're going for?
That is exactly what this is. We're jumping right in. Somerville is a 2.5D sort of game, we'll call it, with the pedigree of Playdead alumni, the makers of Limbo and Inside. Dino Patti, part of Jumpship, who puts out this game. In it, you play, oh dear, as a small little child. No, just in the beginning here.
Oh, okay. You're controlling now?
I'm controlling. Clearly, I'm controlling because I'm a shaky little boy.
Honestly, maybe cutscenes should be more like this. But yeah, okay, I see it. I see what you mean. Yeah,
I'm a shaky little boy. Dance. Okay,
doing the Ally McBeal baby dance. Hell yeah.
By the way, okay, we've had toddlers in our life. You currently still do, right?
Yes, I do.
Or like the higher end of a toddler.
Yeah, she's on her way out. Thank God. Terrible 2s have lasted for like 40 years now.
Have you ever seen arms do this? Like, I've never seen a toddler actually walk like this. Like,
no, I haven't actually.
There's a certain springy gait to this toddler's walk that is just upsetting.
Listen, I kind of like it. It is an extreme sort of version of what a toddler's walk looks like. And if you're making a game that's more iconic than photorealistic, I can get down with it.
I really wish we could have some kind of soundtrack to loop over this, the dance that this toddler is doing.
I'll just do the Benny Hill for you.
It's perhaps a little antithetical to the vibe of this game.
I don't know. I just got here.
You just got here. They start you off. I did skip an intro here a little bit, and the establishing sort of narrative is that this is a family of 3 that sort of lives in the rural town of, I guess, Somerville. Which I know there is a Somerville in Massachusetts. I don't think it's as rural as this game depicts its Somerville, but needless to say, that is the setup. And some freaky thing has just happened on television, and I'm currently the toddler, and we're going to see what happens here. Now, okay, now I have a stage, is what happens.
Yeah, all right.
Now I'm just sort of kicking over shit. There we go. Fuck these remotes.
This is where legs are broken. Hell yeah.
Hey, mom and dad can't tell me to do shit. Mom and dad can't tell me to do
listen,
shit.
I've been working on my 5 minutes here. Let me do my routine for you.
What's the deal with gates?
Well, you can't open them, and then you turn the handle. They just keep spinning, and you got to squeeze it. I don't have the hand strength for that.
Thank you.
Seems
lovely
unfair.
Audience.
Seems unfair. Yeah, thank you.
Tip your server. Okay. So let's just see what else we got going on here. So, you know, Limbo, Inside, those really existed in a single plane, where obviously now I've entered the 3rd dimension. And I'm just going to be a little toddler idiot for a second. Bum, bum, bum.
You've gone back, but now it seems like you maybe are on a 2D plane. Can you come forward now? Okay, no, well, you can. Just straight up can. All right.
There's something.
That fox is on life support.
Yeah, I don't understand what that's about. Something creepy, something purple is happening outside.
Of all the colors that could be outside, I think purple is one of my least favorite. I like the color in general, but if it's happening outside my window, I have questions.
Yeah, if it's purple and it's outside, I'm not happy. Oh, this is okay. Now I got a little light up toy, a little reindeer or something like that with a glowy nose. That's fun. Look, my parents are sleeping. I've got shit to do.
Right, you're a busy toddler.
Okay.
Yeah, boom booms to make.
Still a little purple out there. That's not the best, I guess, but just check out. And I'm a sucker for like titles over gameplay. I like.
Sure, me too. I mean, God, what was the first? Was that? I mean, I bet games did it before Metal Gear Solid, but Metal Gear Solid is the one I think of first.
All right, I guess I'm engaged like running toddler mode here.
Yeah, this is pretty unrealistic because this toddler has not hurt himself since you've taken control. And
exactly.
Just having a hard time believing this character.
Oh,
put the gameplay over the titles.
There we go.
Says Philip Seymour Hoffman.
All right, let's maybe get into the kitchen here.
Oh, all right, hell yeah, Tommy Pickles action.
Yeah,
they should make a Rugrats open world nursery game.
I feel like Tinykin's the closest we got to that, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, it's still very purple out. You know, now just to be clear, full transparency, I've finished this game. I've played all the way through. This is very much the beginning. You know, I think there's some stuff that we'll sort of see in the couple of beats coming up where things are not always as clear as maybe something like this, but we'll get there here.
You mentioned on the Bombcast when we talked about this getting stuck a couple times. That's what you're referencing here, where you're looking around the environment and you're just not sure what to do next, and it's not very. I mean,
obviously, like, I'm supposed to kick these tomatoes. Like, obviously,
no question about it. You see a tomato, they shall be kicked. That's my feelings in video games and in life. Man, that purple's still super happening.
Could you imagine you walk into your kitchen seeing your like 2-year-old doing this? Are you kidding me?
Honestly, just walking on the drawers, she would knock something over, fall over, get crushed. Like, that is just, I'm like always worried about that shit. So no, if I saw that, I would lose my mind. My God.
You know, there's some powerful stuff here. I think there's some pretty good framing here. I think there's a certain Spielbergian, close encounters kind of vibe going on here.
Is it matching the Limbo Inside sort of visual storytelling that you would expect from a game of this caliber?
I think it has, slices of it. I think it has a couple glimmers of that. And I think, that is what makes this game ultimately compelling enough for me to finish it.
Kid's where he belongs. The kid fell in the trash.
Yeah, throw your kids away is the message of Somerville.
Well, it was the dogs. I find it very unrealistic the dog would just be sitting there, not like I don't care. That kid's in the trash. That's awesome.
It's got to be an old ass dog, who's just can't really be bothered. Okay, now you're Mr. Lanky Man.
Right.
We're done with toddler mode right here. I gotta say, would it kill these people to clean up a little bit? I'm just saying.
Wow. Now get their asses. Oh yeah.
That's where we're at here. Okay, Fido, what are we doing? I guess it's 3 a.m. and little guy's getting a bath. I don't know how this house works, but
well, I mean, maybe the trash had a whole bunch of shit in it, like just a big pile of human feces in there, and
perhaps
I was covered in crap, and they got to clean them off. Okay, so here's another thing I've heard about this game. People aren't thrilled about the way it controls.
Yeah, that's a valid complaint. I think, I think like for my taste, it's a little clunky.
Well, yeah, what clunky? What is happening when you hit the stick? Like, is it just the movement, or is it the clambering? Like, what's wrong?
I think that stuff is fine. I think there are really weird hot spots for activating certain moves, if that makes sense. I think
like the contextual button presses are.
I think some of that feels a little out of sync.
That's always super frustrating.
In a way where you're just like, oh, I think a little bit of generosity could have gone a long way in completing this sort of package here. I've left analog stick wise, it's not been a game breaker for me.
Okay.
That's for sure. This is a mess, I just need to say. Let's please clean up and just really. Okay, now I can live my life. All right, you look hungry. Let's maybe get down here.
Let's go to our storage of 85,000 tons of dog food in the basement.
Yep, there it is. Look, see how good we treat this food? It gets its own bed. That's it. All right, Fido, lead the way. Let's go. Laundry.
So, I mean,
whoa, okay.
This is like we're still establishing things. Is there a reason you want to start from the beginning? Is this a good tone setting for like contrasting against what the world is going to be like in a couple of minutes?
I think we're going to get a lot of information right now, and I do want to say before I pass through this doorway, if you don't want the sort of story laid out here. Some of this story will be laid out right here.
Yeah, and I think a lot of stuff was in trailers, but there are people I know who want to go into this game blind. Sure. And if you've been avoiding that stuff, avoid it now.
Yeah, maybe now's the time to pop off. With that aside, let's deliver this food for this very patient dog.
Oh, yeah, all right then.
Okay, well that didn't seem like the way night times usually go.
Yeah.
All right, everyone is... You're looking out the window? I'm looking out the window?
Circus is like invaded from Las Vegas, and it's right outside your window.
There seems to be a party outside. Okay, maybe... Oh, shit.
Okay.
All right. Got a little...
Smithy and the Smithy gang from Super Mario RPG have stabbed the world again.
Got a little stick in the ground here.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got sticks everywhere.
Oh, lots of sky swords.
Uh-oh. Oh, this guy's got pins and needles. You hate to see it.
Yeah, this is basically the same setup to Sonic Frontiers.
I guess... Is that like the Air Force? No, that can't be.
No, they got like purple dual jets. No, these are bad planes.
Yeah, these are bad
planes. That's not Randy Quaid. Yeah. That's not Randy Quaid.
Can I get a Bill Pullman in the house?
Give me a Pullman.
All right, well, these are sticks that seem violent. I'm gonna... Okay, maybe... Oh, boy. Oh, the light's okay. Hey, guys. Maybe you grab a fucking child, okay?
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, this dog straight up teleports, by the way.
Yeah. All right, cool.
All right, let's go downstairs. All right, maybe we do that.
It seems like a good... Well...
No, are we not? Do we not want to be down here?
So is there a little cubby you can walk in there? I mean...
Brenda?
I don't know.
I feel like... No? Oh, the go bag. You want me to grab the go bag? Okay.
There you go. Okay.
That's right, she was pointing. Okay. You know, it's funny, there's a lot in this game where you're like, wow, I feel like this guy should be in more of a rush.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he's just sort of taking his fun with that.
So I think at this point it's become very clear to me, there's no dialogue in this game, right?
There is none whatsoever, correct.
Okay. And yet I feel it's conveying a very compelling story so far. Giant sticks coming to stab your car.
That's it. Car's now stabbed. Yeah, for sure. And again, like, I know I talked a lot about on the Bombcast of just how much this game kind of like gets maybe in its own way a few times.
Yeah.
You know, like even I've seen this and it's still cool. This is cool. Like it's a super compelling start for sure. I'm just gonna, I guess, take shelter here in our little panic cubby. Yeah, I mean, you know, and I'll be able to kind of demonstrate some of this in a minute. Uh-oh. Is this you, Nightwing? What?
It's a dark elf from the worst Thor.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So that happened.
He spocked him.
It's what did we just have a moment? I
think so. Drift? He's like he gave his life essence over to this man, I think.
You know, I can't watch stuff like this and just not feel stuff.
Oh yeah, sure. It's definitely making me think like, man, where is my bug out bag? You know, I should make sure I got that ready to go.
And just like the kid consoling the mom, like, oh.
Yep, never a great feeling.
Emotions are just, Anyway. Let's see what is next. Okay, well. At least the dog stayed. Jeez. So now I've got a cool ass right arm.
Right, you got the Ashitaka arm from Princess Mononoke.
I've got a glowy arm. I've got a dog that cares.
Listen, the dog seems disinterested at best. I gotta be honest.
I don't think the dog even heard anything.
Yeah, the dog does not know what's going on.
The dog had no clue.
It's the dumbest dog we've ever seen. Let's be clear. This is the dumbest dog ever.
Oh man. All right. So now, you know, we're introduced with this. We're like, okay, what are we doing here? How's this going to be important? Oh.
Oh, all right. Cool.
Well, all right, right? That's pretty neat. Oh, and you know, you love that magnetized pixel floor.
Yeah, it looks really neat.
All right. Guess it's time to see what has happened to the rest of the old place here.
Oh, okay. Oh, puppy.
So this, you know, right arm thing has given me this kind of like magic
Whoa.
pixel elimination power.
Yeah, and just like that stuff evaporated underneath the light.
Yeah.
Also, what the hell's up with this light? Why has it got such a long like electrical cord on it?
What do you mean? Like this is not normal for you? Like,
you know, I gotta be honest, I've never pulled on my lights. Maybe this does happen with mine. You know what? I'm sorry for my lack of curiosity about my own home. You're right.
Well, this is the most it can stretch, though.
Yeah,
right
okay.
here,
Then,
you know.
Yeah. Gotta get to Home Depot and get an extender for that thing. That's shameful.
You gotta learn to suspend your disbelief, my dude.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We got some spikes.
All right, yeah, so that seems like the strong opening, and now what? Like,
now,
you're looking for your wife and kid, or?
Yeah, that's what's up. Now, you know, I've got a weird right arm. I've got a missing kid, a missing partner. I think, you know, the setup for my money, like, I'm into it. Okay, now what? What has happened? Who are these spike people? Who was the person that touched me and made me fall and pass out for God knows how long? These are all things.
I think it's Canada. This is Canada invading.
It seems like a very Canadian-inspired attack.
Seems like, yeah. This is all maple syrup-powered stuff. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, aren't you weird? You know, strange kind of like detail here. I feel like I think there's enough bizarre, like, to me, you're seeing all these puzzle pieces, all these narrative little beats. The puzzle has not yet been crafted together, so you're sort of like, all right, what exactly, how's this all going to relate to not just the story, but how I actually interact and play with this thing? So again, like, I have nothing but, you know, high remarks for the sort of setup of this thing, for sure.
And it's striking. I mean, obviously, Inside was, you know, and Limbo both have their visual appeal, and this, it's like still in that wheelhouse. It's painterly and gorgeous, and still looks really alive in its way. I'm into it.
You know, there's a couple, like, I wouldn't categorize this as like a problem, but there is enough of like the jank here. Oh, I guess we have friends that are gonna help. That's right. I guess these little balls hate the pixels too.
Right, they have the blue light, and the pixels are like red and purple, right? So they've got a little red versus blue action happening, I think.
Yeah, that'll prove to be more of a thing later on for sure.
Right, and you don't have to say anything, but like that, like I'm getting the sense that Earth was just caught in the crossfire of something here, and that's I gotta say I adore that kind of setup, like where you're inconsequential to the larger ongoings. At least, you know, as far as like your own personal concerns, maybe that'll change by the end. I have no idea, but I like that setup of just like being caught in the crossfire of two giant galactic powers. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, definitely a cool way to tell a story for sure.
So I mean, like when it comes down to it, you play through it. Where are you at in terms of like, you know, it doesn't live up to Inside.
No, I think my sort of takeaway from this game is, I think narratively speaking, I think it's a cool, ambitious kind of story. I think it leaves a lot sort of open to interpretation of like just exactly what does happen through the entire sort of arc of this. You know, for me, that was the driving factor for really, you know, pressing on. You can see some of that jank I was talking about before, just a little bit of like the
definitely.
choppiness. You know, I think there's also enough moments where I was either handcuffed with what to do or, you know, sort of unsure with the visually, the sort of presentational decisions that were made from a sort of gameplay perspective, where it's like, oh, I'm just not sure I'm getting exactly what I'm supposed to be getting in terms of like what to do next kind of stuff. You know, to me, all those things add up to what results in a little bit of a less polished experience that you might be thinking of when you think of Limbo and Inside, just because, like I said, of the pedigree here.
I mean, overall, though, I'm actually pretty interested in this. So, you know,
Yeah.
I've heard mixed things, but overall, what you've shown me, and like, yeah, kind of, if I set my expectations a little bit lower than, oh, this is kind of, a life-changing 2.5D game, I think I could probably go in here and have a pretty good time.
I think so too. I think the lengthwise, you're looking at like 5 to 6 hours roughly. You know, to me, that's kind of perfect for this kind of thing. I think it does drag on a little bit towards the end, especially with the sort of really backloaded narrative dump that does kind of get placed into your lap. But that's okay. That's fine. That's how this game chooses to deliver its story, and that's cool. But you know, as a way to like look at it from a sort of broadly speaking, you know, point of view, it's a bit uneven from that standpoint, but nevertheless.
Sure.
And I'm just gonna get up kind of to the point where
let's see it.
Found myself a bit confused.
Excellent. Yeah, I would love to see that actually. Yeah.
And you know, we're starting to see some characters, some
real perverts back there just creeping on you.
Some real red laser freaks.
Yeah.
Trying to ruin my real calm stroll through the forest here. You know, and again, like I said, like I was genuinely intrigued, right? Like genuinely, like, whoa, what has exactly happened here? What is going on? Who are the invaders? Where's my family? Where is Somerville?
Right. It's right next to Springfield in the Simpsons show. Like
right, exactly.
Yeah, whatever, you know, it's whatever state that's in. Kansas-tucky, Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's funny. You know, the main, you know, protagonist here, like, it's just a bit of a wonky kind of feel sometimes to how he's controlling. You know?
Honestly, maybe it's realistic because this guy's so lanky and tall. Maybe he's got like wobbly balance. It's like trying to stick a pencil up on its end.
Yeah. You know, he's the center of gravity is all over the place here. Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't look good.
Oh, now you're running. Oh boy. Oh boy. No rush. Don't.
I mean, listen. It's a Friday night. Nothing bad can happen.
Exactly. Got a hot laser. Just let this pass. Got a hot laser.
You should say you look up at the sky. It's just a giant microwave with the door open and turned on.
Oh man. Dog could not be less calm. Or more calm, rather. Okay, we're real fine.
Yeah, I kind of like the no dialogue. There probably should be barking and baby crying. I guess there was the crying when he fell in the garbage can, but there should be more. There should be more baby crying, more dog barking.
Agreed. Missed opportunity as far as I'm concerned here. You know, the game does have this visual sort of language of like, yo, the little yellow spots, like that's a thing you want to look at and care about. Oh boy, that's right. I got bonked on the head.
Donked to death.
There is a bit of that trial and error for sure. Like, I remember that being so much of a thing in Limbo and Inside, where you're like, oh, damn, I have to go about this game this way.
That melting mechanic is really cool. It looks neat.
It's super satisfying. You're going to be doing that a ton here. You know, there's enough of that used in a real smart way that is super satisfying too. So as a mechanic, like, you know, definitely a fan of it. Maybe one or two times you're in a situation where you're sort of a bit handcuffed, frustrated with what exactly it's asking you to do, but you do eventually sort of fine-tune your way through it and realize what's going on. I'm seeing in the live stream it's a little hitchy, but we'll have a recorded version of this that will do a better job of showing off the performance of the game.
Yeah, you know, and I guess that performance overall though, like seems pretty smooth, but someone said it ran like shit a lot of times.
Yeah, like you could see it here. Like there are genuine hitches in the whole thing. So, you know, here's the part that I was really referring to in the sort of bombcast. So, you can see the character looks over at the space as he passes this little crevice here.
Yeah.
And oh, this is interesting. Okay, I did not see this the first time around. So we're having like, oh, they're leaking. They're leaking. They're doing a little dance. They're leaking. Oh. Oh, this is cool. I didn't see this the first time.
Oh, all right. They're dilating.
Oh, boy. No, they're like, we disagree. Purple.
Intergalactic War of Simon Says.
Yeah, right. I wonder, let me break up this party and see what happens. Hi, guys. No, I have a color. I have a color. Look. I have a color. It's cool. No, don't. Interesting. Okay, this makes a little bit more sense, as you'll see in a moment.
Don't step in their space cum.
Yeah, at least it's evaporating.
Yeah, true.
All right. Yeah, that's interesting. So, yeah, like, see, there's just that's like a weird cut to me. I don't know why the game has to do that. Like, I don't. And again, what do I know about game design? But I just, you know, it's a bit of a jarring sort of thing. Maybe that'll be more clear when we.
Honestly, it reminds me of Sonic games that like have those harsh camera cuts.
Yeah.
That kind of disorient you for a second.
For sure. Okay, seems to have a clearing here. Very good. And again, like, you know, orange, yellow spots like sort of become a common communicator of like, this is the thing you should interact with right now.
Right, I see.
And that's
like red in Mirror's Edge.
Right. Okay, that's.
Oh, wow, fuck that.
That's a bit fucked up. Oh. And again, my man, you need to stop just strolling. You gotta move. You see? You didn't move fast enough, and now you got clapped. Okay? Let's do this a little quicker. You know, like to me, like that's, you know, like this, that's gotta be easier to just get out of that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, what is the struggle with getting him to run? Like, I understand controls are bad. Is it he just won't do it?
He's just a slow little dick. Like, he's just not moving the way a human should be moving. Who's not?
Run, you idiot!
Like, just move. Like, give a shit, right? Actually give a shit for me, bud.
Show some hustle.
So now, here's the part where I really got stuck. I found myself kind of being like, wait, do I need this boat? Is this boat the thing I should be doing here?
It looks important based on like how it appears geometrically in the space. Like, to me, it looks like it's important.
You know, I'm looking at that boat. I'm like, all right, that thing's in the laser. Fuck all that. My dog went down this direction here. I guess that fucker's on his own. You know, and this caused me to kind of just like really run back and forth to that little crevice I was just in, because I was convinced that there was something I was missing in that crevice, right? So then the game again, you had that like weird, and so I'm like, oh, here's the thing, I need to be back inside here, and you know, it's like, well, I went around in here, I saw that as like a platform up there. I was like, all right, I have to get up here, I have to move around, I have to do all that. You know, look, I eventually found my way, and I'll show you what you do have to do here.
I have no idea what you do.
Explaining the way I got lost, Grubb. Do you see?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm lost. To me, you're doing the things that seem the obvious things you should be doing. Like, what else? Other options are there? I mean, you could maybe keep going back the way you came from originally. I don't know.
And I did do that. I backtracked into the magnetic pixel pond, and I looked at the ship again, and I was like, all right, well, maybe, you know, I have to activate something there. But no, in fact, here's what you're supposed to do. And again, to be clear, I was stuck here for about a half hour.
Oh, wow, okay.
And I was getting, you know, died a bunch, getting into the ooze, getting into the green, the red, or rather pink laser. Was not sure what to do until I
Do you go in the water and swim underneath it?
So that's a bit the answer here. So obviously we gotta like way up.
Weird, yeah, it just does not seem welcoming.
You know, which is fine. Like, you know, I pieced it together. We're like, well, obviously this is oscillating in a way that I can, you know, maybe get back on the dock. But only until you reach here do you finally see a little bit of that orange yellow indicator.
Oh,
and
look at that.
The reality is that you hold on to this and then move across. Again, I think most people will eventually sort of figure that out, trial and error, and make their way through. I'm saying maybe I'm just bad at games. It took me a while to do that.
Yeah, but that was too subtle. It wasn't immediately apparent.
Yeah. So look, you know, again, tiny bit of criticism. That's the visual language of the game. You know, we eventually got where we were supposed to be, and you know, a lot of for all of those, for you know, each one of those little frustrating moments, there's a dozen satisfying puzzles, you know, on the other end of that. So
good.
It was a bit tough, but you know, there's another puzzle here. I don't want to ruin this puzzle because this is a fun one to kind of figure out how this all works. I think that does a good job of showing off what.
Yeah. I'm glad you showed all that. I feel like I have a pretty good handle on this now and kind of what to expect.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Jeff Grubb. Again, Somerville's out now. I enjoyed it. You're looking at 5-6 hours. Interesting story. I really am curious how people interpret this. I've yet to like read the Wikipedia sort of plot summary because I want to like, I think I need to get there and be like, oh, okay, that's what happened at the end of this thing. But it'll be fun to talk about for sure. There you have it, Somerville. Thank you so much, Jeff Grubb. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Bakalar.